Welcome, everybody. We're going live now. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. Then we'll be at 2 o'clock and I'm going to start the stream. So, last time, we rung our first bell and kind of had a look around at some of the other places we're going to be going to today. I did a little bit of grinding off stream, so I should be pretty adequately leveled to handle what we've got planned today. We're going to be going through one of the worst parts of the area, which I will elaborate once we actually get started here. So everybody who comes in to watch, get settled, and we're going to get started here in not too terribly long. As you come in, feel free to announce yourselves and start get the chat started. I've just gotta make sure nothing is gonna go wrong. Everything's been going much smoother today than it did on the first stream, so I was able to get everything set up and we should run pretty smoothly. Okay, I'm just getting the game started up here. It'll take just a moment. I was able to get my sword a little bit stronger, and I found some armor. I'm going to show you where I found it today. It's a pretty decent set of armor. Somebody let me know how the volume is for the game. It was a little quiet last time, so I turned it up, but let me know if it's too loud. So we're just going to jump right in. Okay, I do need to turn that down a little bit on my end, so give me a second. Hit where it is. There's my cursor. Wrong one. I missed. Turn that down. Alright, calm down. Okay, so as you can see, we look a little bit more serious, ready to go this time. So last time we rang our first bell, we defeated the first 3 bosses of the game. We met a dragon, some of our NPC friends, like the old Crestfallen Warrior is his name. Petrus of Thorland, this guy over here. Now Thorland, I looked this up, is a country of clerics devoted to the Allfather Lloyd, who is the uncle of Gwyn. So he's not like the king of the gods, but he is the elder of Gwyn. And so this guy here and the Way of White Covenant are adherents of Lloyd. And his symbol is a white ring. And we also ran into Lautrec of Karim. Last time we freed him on our way up to the gargoyles, so here he is now. There's some messages here, maybe we'll read these. I'm going to toggle this quick. Ring ahead. Ooh, so this is probably someone telling us that he's got a ring on him of some kind. Grief. Oh no, oh dear. Let's talk to him.
Hello there. I have your reward. Please, accept it. I am grateful to you for freeing me. Not enough for you? Well, let's not be greedy now.
Well, this guy seems a bit sinister, but for now, let's see how things play out. Be wary of stabbing in the back. After everything I've done for you, you would dare do something like that? We'll just have to wait and find out. No spoilers. I'm trying to kind of make this a bit of an authentic experience for the viewers, for those of you who may not play the game. And I want to show you shortcuts and talk about lore, but I don't want to give too much away until the time is right. So, we are going to go get a couple of keys and fight 2 bosses. They're not big, major, like, level area ending bosses, but they're both somewhat necessary. One of them is necessary. I think the other one is optional, but you get some good stuff and access to some good things if you defeat it. We're going to go back and try and fight that butterfly first, and then we're going to go fight the Capra demon, who, if you are new to the game, is probably, in my experience, he was the hardest early boss for me, because you fight him in a very confined space, and he does a lot of damage and he has good range, and it's not an easy fight. Looks like I'm getting a little lag on the stream. Somebody in chat let me know if it's just on my end or if you guys are getting it too. Maybe it's just my phone. Sometimes it's just my phone that does this. Let me try again. Let me see where we're gonna wind up. My phone is not very good either. What I really need is a second monitor. And I may have a means for acquiring such a device, but given that everyone is in self-isolation and so forth, it's not really doable at the moment. Okay, so it looks like I'm not too bad. Looks like it was just my phone maybe that was lagging pretty badly. Okay, that's good. I'm glad it's not getting super awful. My phone is not great, and the area I live in is famous for having really bad cell phone reception. So we're gonna come back down here. We're gonna go by our friend Andre, and we're gonna skip the Titanite demon because that thing is still a little too powerful for us, and it's one of those things where, given the circumstances, I would rather not risk it. So we're going to just run by him for now. And we will come back and fight this guy at some point. He's not... We don't really have a reason to spend a ton of time... I might be able to kill him now. I probably could. Might take a couple of tries. But it's just, for what we're trying to get done and where we're at in the game, it's just not worth it to try and mess with him. So we are going to, before we fight the boss... Oh, dang it. Okay, sometimes it's hard to tell what attacks they're going to do. They've got a couple attacks where they kind of raise their arms up like that, and I should just always, to be safe, stay back when we're doing it. I was like being a little cocky. Gotta get into the rhythm of things. I did a little bit of leveling over the last few days, but not a tremendous amount. It should be good enough to get through here. Excuse me. But we are going to... See, I thought he was going to do that. He grabbed me, but the other one grabbed me. So, just should back up anyways. Be safe. So we are going to go down somewhere. But before we do, we're going to go back over this way. But before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about what this place is in the lore. This is a place called the Darkroot Garden and the Darkroot Basin, depending on which part of it you're in. It is speculated and heavily implied that this is a former country called Ulasil, a kingdom of sorcerers that invented a lot and used a lot of interesting kinds of magic. That they could control light and create illusions were two of their primary specialties. And we eventually will get to see Ulasil through downloadable content, but we will get there in due time. So we're going down here into the Darkroot Basin, and we're going to try and fight a Black Knight. Ooh, I should try and get this Crystal Lizard too. These guys are good. Oh, no! Dang it, he got away. That's a tough one to get, so I'm going to quickly have some Sunny D. And see if I can spot this guy. I think I have to go down a little bit further before he'll show himself. Yeah, I have to go down one more. But we're going to try and fight this guy. He might kick the crap out of us. So we will see how this goes. I think we should be able to handle him though. I think I'll be strong enough and I'm competent enough at this game. Ooh, longbow, excellent. I don't know if we ever had enough dexterity for that, but ooh, we do want a melee weapon. Now there's like a secret, there's a door around here somewhere and I can never remember exactly where it is, to a little bonfire. I think we have to go down further. Yeah, this is where we'll find the Black Knight. He's down around here. Yep, and that's exactly why we're coming down here. There's a shield. It's not one that I use, but different shields have different properties, obviously, and so it can be good for blocking different types of magic. I've always, when comparing just trying to figure out how you can use items in Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. Honestly, I haven't played enough Dark Souls 2 to really be able to talk about it too much, but Dark Souls 3, it's a lot easier to understand like what exactly is happening when you're changing equipment as far as the changes in your stats. And it's not that it's impossible or anything to discern in Dark Souls 1, but it's just it's a little messier, like the interface, I think. So I have a little harder time figuring out exactly what's happening. I'm trying to get a backstab in on this guy. He's got a lot of health, and we're not doing very much damage to him. This may not be worth it at the moment. Ooh, yeah, he does a lot of damage. Okay. I'm just gonna get really dizzy if I keep spinning around him. I may make the executive decision to retreat here and fight this fight another day. They're coming down here, so I thought we'd give it a shot, but it might not be worth it for our overall objectives, because this guy is harder than some of the mini-bosses we fought. Oh, yep, that's it, we're going. Oh. He will only follow us so far. There's other stuff down here that we'll come back and look at. I did do my notes and research for that stuff today. So we're making a tactical withdrawal. Good lord. And we'll come back here, hopefully on the next stream or the one after. Certainly before we get too far into the game. It won't take much before this place will be accessible enough. We'll have to come back here for something anyways to do some of the downloadable content. So one way or another, we'll be back. Do I have a good one for this? Wave? No, I don't have like a Shake's Fist yet. Dang it. I can do like a fight another day, I guess. Okay. Just drink that. Okay, so I struggled with this area a little bit last time. I wasn't doing a lot of damage. I went and upgraded my sword, so that does a little bit more. I've even put some other points into strength. So let me show you here. Yeah, we went from 21 to 28. So we're looking a little beefier. And I've just was going through here grinding a little bit, and it was definitely more accessible. So this should be, hopefully, not embarrassing again. Okay, come back here. I'm trying to... Look, I know you have a friend, like, right next to you, and I'm trying to get you away from him so I don't have to fight both of you at the same time. And you're just not making it easy. You're just not cooperating. See? A lot more damage with that. No thanks. So these guys are called Ents. And I'm not kidding. They're just Ents. They're nothing interesting. No variation. They're just Ents. And as you can see, they're kind of like bush guys. They're made out of bushes and plants, and we'll see something later that kind of resembles them a little bit, but it's not the same, and is part of why people think this area is connected to Ulasil in some way. Beyond the fact that there's, like, I don't know, all kinds of signs that it is. But one of the many signs that this is indeed Ulasil. Okay, so coming along through here, and now there's a way to get that item that I'm also going to attempt today. You come up through a cave that you can kind of see in the back there. But based on how I was going through the part of this area that I was leveling in before, because I didn't want to open up any shortcuts, I want to save all that stuff for the stream. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, so this gate is also tied to why people think this is Ulasil and the downloadable content and stuff. And we need a special item, like a token, that I think I mentioned briefly last time, to open this. That will cost a lot of souls, and we will open it when we're ready to open it. Which will not be for a few streams, I think, because we've got a lot of ground to cover today. I think we're going to be able to get it all done, but... okay, no, I need to reverse my hollowing because we want to grab Witch Beatrice to help with the boss fight, because she makes this boss fight very easy. Because if you're a melee boy like myself, this boss fight you have to just dodge attacks, which is, you know, once you get the timing and the spacing of stuff right, not in of itself too difficult. But having Witch Beatrice, who can cast ranged spell attacks, to shoot at that butterfly, that moth creature that we tried to fight last time, is infinitely easier. Because she'll just do a bunch of damage to it before you even get a chance to hit it, and you can kill it in just a couple of minutes if you grab her. So I need to back up a little bit. I'm trying not to use a bunch of my Estus before we get to this area, because I don't want to have to... What I want to do is just kind of fight through this area one time, just so that you can see how I do it. Ow! God dang it. Okay. Alright, so we're at 5, which is how many we will get from the rest of that bonfire until we get the Rite of Kindling, which we will not get for quite some time. A Rite of Kindling is an item that we can get that will make it so that we can increase how many Estus we get back at all the bonfires, so that we can get back 10, and later even more than 10, at every bonfire besides Firelink. Okay, so I was having a really hard time fighting these knights, these stone giant knights last time, and I just wanted to show you how I handle these guys quick. So so that spell, that miracle that they're casting, yep, what it does is it slows you down if you're within a certain range of them. So, whew, that was good. It's best to either be able to block these really heavy sword attacks, or just to stay out of the effect. And because these guys are super slow, if you can stay behind them, you can usually get a couple of really good shots in before they'll actually try and get close enough to land a hit. But these guys do still hit like a truck, so it's best to try and avoid getting smashed. And those shields will block pretty much any damage that you could try and do to them. So, the reason I wanted to fight him quickly was because he kind of blocks the place where I got this suit of armor. I've got all the other pieces for it. I'm actually wearing the gloves for it right now. But I've got the helmet and I've got the boots for it. We just don't have enough carrying capacity to wear any more pieces. I picked it up back in there. If you can see, there's 2 more buried Ents and then another stone giant or 2. It's back in there, so you can either dash back there, grab it, and run away, or if you're trying to be thorough and play through each area in full, like at least once, it's back there, and you can grab it, and you can see it pretty obviously. It's one of those kind of shiny motes of light. Okay, so this is a secret way, as you might be able to tell with these messages. Yeah, so this is some kind of weird living tree. I couldn't find anything explaining what this is. It's just a tree, I guess. I don't know, but we're just gonna chop it down. Oop, and open up the shortcut. Look, tree. And I don't want... I just used a humanity. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do the boss fight first. And then we'll double back and do this. So I don't potentially waste this humanity. Because if I die, I can't get the ones I've used back. And there's... not especially challenging enemies down there. But there is a lot. And there's kind of an ambush. And blah, 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 blah. So I think for the moment... we're going to skip it, especially since I got to kill 2 other stone giants before we summon in Witch Beatrice, or she will get stuck under the stairs, and we will not be able to use her in the fight, because she will get killed or be stuck. So, what we're going to do is focus on... okay, so yeah, so if you stay a certain distance away, even if after they cast it, it won't affect you. But it is a decent... yeah, see, it's like definitely within melee range. But I think it only lasts 10 seconds too. So you can wait it out for sure. Definitely as an option. Yeah, see, we're doing way better against these guys than we were last time. Oh, see, that shield! Swung for it twice. Oof. And that is the risk of trying to block without a shield. Why, I just generally don't do it too often. Ooh. Ah! Oof. Okay, well, I gotta use one of these now. Thanks. Thanks, you big... he's made of rock, but all of a sudden he's just, like a frickin' trash bag full of pop cans. Just triangle. Look at him go. Anyways. Back on track. So yeah, I fought one of these last time. I'm not really going to mess with this dude. But they're tree lizards. They're two-headed and they're weird. And you can definitely get a good head start on them. If you're not too slow. You can just run up, give them a couple slashes, back off. They don't do a ton of damage, but they do a fair bit of poison damage. So if you get bit, that can be it. Something you don't really want to deal with, especially if you don't have any purple blossoms yet. Oh, that was not my best attempt at this. That was pretty poor. Okay, come back here. We're going to try and get out of the place where there's not going to be a million things to trip over. And we're going to come over here. Because as we've seen, we can handle these guys one-on-one. So that's what... oh, God. The controls in Dark Souls 1 are definitely not as responsive as they are in 3, which is the one I've been playing a lot of until I started the stream. And I think 3 is honestly my favorite one. It seems to be 1 and 3 seem to kind of be the most favored of the 3 Dark Souls games. I think Bloodborne, it's since they're all 4 games are sort of considered to be like, I guess, 5 games if you include Demon Souls, which I've not played. Since that is a PlayStation 3 exclusive, and I've never owned a PlayStation. I'm really not looking forward to this boss fight with just 3 Estus flasks, but that's the way it's gonna go, I guess. But if you include all 5 games, I think Dark Souls 2 is still the least favored out of all of them. People have a lot of complaints about the levels and how far the enemies will pursue you and things like that. I don't know. I didn't play these games when they came out, so I was not cognizant of the conversation going on about what people liked and what they didn't like and so forth. I like all 3 of them, as I said last time. 2 is the one that I've not played the most of. Because I want to get the DLC in a certain order to play it kind of chronologically. Okay, so Witch Beatrice will just do a ton of damage to this thing. And this is not the only one of these creatures, these butterflies we will see. Oh my god, excuse me. We will see several of them later on in the game as regular enemies. Fortunately, they will be optional and we'll be able to skip them. Okay, so what we just gotta do is we just gotta dodge this thing while Beatrice shoots at it. Like, did you see that? Did you see how much damage she just did? This is just, like, this is why. This is why I brought her. Because it just makes this infinitely easier. Look, barely a scratch. Barely a scratch on it. Beatrice, you're the best. God, you're incredible. Why can't you follow me everywhere? Farewell, Beatrice. I miss you. Yeah. Yeah. Dumb. It's not even a boss fight. You just don't get hit, really. Just stay away. I didn't use a single Estus flask. I got hit once. Easy. I mean, obviously, you can do that fight without Beatrice if you want it to be a challenge. But for the purposes of the stream, and for this being more just a fun playthrough where it's a little bit of a walkthrough, just talking about the game and the lore and all that. Like, man, if I can make something easier, I'm definitely going to do that, unless it takes away from, like, a quest line or something. So, but in that case, we just dealt with the boss, got a bunch of souls for it, got some really useful items from this guy. Let me go over what items we just picked up from him. So we just picked up, we got this from defeating the boss. So you get these big souls whenever you defeat big bosses after a certain point. I don't think we've gotten them for the... No, because all the other bosses we fought will also become basically regular enemies at some point. Get this Divine Ember for just taking out this blacksmith. So we're going to go give that to Andre. Oh, and this is good too. We're going to go back to the Undead Asylum, I think, this session. Just for a little bit to get an item that'll be really useful. Yeah, here we go. These are the keys that we needed. Or this one. The floor 2 east key. What else do we get? Picked up a stone greatsword, which is going to be so heavy for us to use, and I don't really like the heavy two-handed weapons. They're just very difficult to use. You need so much strength to use them, and I like the shield block. And now when you get to like a point where you've done 3 or 4 New Game Plus playthroughs, like, you'll definitely have high enough stats to use, I don't know, virtually any piece of equipment you could want. But first time playthrough, you got to be a little more judicious and stick to what you can work with. I personally like to have a lot of stamina so I can block a lot with my shield. Because there are certain enemies where if you have the right shield against them, even if they do, you know, lightning or fire or dark or poison or bleed or whatever kind of damage, if you have the right shield, you can basically negate all of that extra damage, which for certain bosses is essential to be able to negate certain kinds of damage, because they will just do so much of it. Okay, so now that we've done that, we are going to take this shortcut and have a look down here, because now that I've done all the essential stuff in this area, I'm not so worried about losing my humanity because we've summoned in Beatrice, and I won't need to summon someone in for a while. So these things are weird, and they have probably one of the laziest names. We thought Ents were lazy as far as the name goes for a tree person. These are frog rays, and I think that's... Yep, and they do that. They'll have items and they'll drop through the floor. Thanks, dude. I could have used that, I'm certain. That would have been a nice item to have. Not too terribly difficult to kill. Oh, another one of these weird living tree things. I mean, of course all trees are alive, but you know what I mean. It's moving, and I don't like it. The thing is, it doesn't do anything back to us either, so we can just kind of... I think we could even get past this one, but if we need to run away, which we might, I will not want this thing blocking the path. Okay, so down here there's a couple of stone giants and a bunch of those, again, horrifically lazily named enemies. Frog rays. I can't go anywhere! They'll like jump up. See, he's over there. And they'll all jump up if we get close enough to the ledge. Come on. There we go. Okay, cool. We were able to do it without waking the stone giant. That is excellent. Yeah, so these guys are weird. They're very easy to kill. They have these dumb tongues. And they fall through the floor a lot after you've killed them. But they do ambush you there, and given this is Dark Souls, like that, if you get caught off guard, it can be your demise. So it's best to know that they're coming. Yeah, see, here's a guy who didn't fall through the floor. Oh yeah, they got the green blossoms. This is what they've got. So we're eventually going to get a ring that does what these things do anyways, and it helps recharge our stamina quicker. It's called the Chloranthy ring. So I don't actually make too much use of these items, but early on in the game they can be pretty helpful. Okay, he doesn't have anything. And there's something back. Oh, there's another one back here. Hey, and an item. There we go. I knew there was something back here. Yeah, bye. Haha, you're stupid and you jumped off of your own volition. Soul of a proud knight. Let's see how our thing's going. Let me check the old stream feed here. Make sure everything is going swimmingly. Okay, great. Alright, so, back on track. We're going to avoid that guy for now. We don't need to kill every enemy. It's not really the point of Dark Souls. So this is the way up to that item I showed you everybody earlier. Kind of up on that ledge back by where we came into the Darkroot Garden. There's going to be a stone giant, at least one up here. There might be more than one. Looks like it's just one. Oh, okay. Yep, nice move. I can appreciate that. Yeah, give it a good shot. Try me. Try me. See, this is why I like my other strategy, where I was just being behind him and just hack at him, because this makes it go a lot faster when you can do it like that. Okay, you know what? Cut it out. Got him. Alright. So now I got this item. And not only do we have this item, but we're also just going to make a leap for it. And hopefully not die. Okay, so here we go. Double tap B. Double tap B. Hooah! Made it. Made it. We're just going to run back to the bonfire. Probably should have that shield up. Gonna get a couple of levels. And head on to the Capra demon. Who, once you know the trick, which I will show you, or at least maybe not the trick, but certainly a trick. Once you know a trick for fighting the Capra demon, good shot. Oh, that's gonna hit us. Yep. See, and that's why we don't fight him right now. It's because he hurts. He swings really hard and he hurts. Yep. Oh no. Oh no. God, I hate that. Okay, well, just to be safe, so we don't lose all of our souls, we're going to be careful going through here. I will fight these freaking tree men. However. Please don't. Please don't, like, knock me off a cliff or something instead. Dark Souls gonna Dark Souls. Okay, you just... Alright, so one more of these guys to deal with, and then we're back on track. I gotta get past this freaking Titanite demon. Got anything? Nope. Okay. Oh, of course our souls are up there. Ugh. Made it past him. Hey Andre, I got a present for you.
My, that's a fair ember you have there. I've seen one of those before. It's the ember of a divine blacksmith. Might you consider leaving that with me? I could produce divine weapons with a flame such as that.
Oh yes. So now he can make, and I believe the way this works, and I've had a hard time deciphering exactly how the crafting works in Dark Souls 1, because again, the game doesn't really explain anything, and you can upgrade some weapons, you can infuse some weapons, you can modify no weapons for Ascension, so I don't have anything that can work for that. But like, we gotta see if we got, yeah, let's repair the sword. Don't care about the club. Let's repair the shield and our armor. And there's a merchant that we can buy. Can we buy a repair box from Andre? Maybe we can buy that from him. Purchase item. Smith box for reinforcing. Repair box. This is what we want. And that, the Crest of Artorias, is what we need to get into that door. By the bonfire in Darkroot Basin, but we don't have the souls for it, and I don't want to spend the souls on it yet, so we're not going to do that.
Don't get yourself.
Okay, so I've got a repair box, so that means we can repair our own equipment with souls at bonfires, which will be very useful. So we're going to rest here, top off the Estus. And now we've got to go into the bowels of the undead berg to fight the Capra demon. Who, again, in my experience playing through this game for the very first time, he was, out of all the early bosses, I thought he was the hardest, because he moves very quickly, he can jump really far, he's got a big weapon that does lots of damage, he's got dogs that help him fight you, and you're in a very small space trying to fight him, so you have almost nowhere to run. There are a couple tricks, and I will elaborate on those when we arrive. See, we're cutting through these guys much quicker now. Upgraded our weapon a little bit, we're doing very well. I'm going to get to Firelink, we're going to level up. And I don't know why I didn't do that at the last bonfire, but I didn't. And then we are going to go fight the Capra demon. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Level up. Okay, so we've got an 18 vitality with health. And we're at, the cost is going to be, the cost for each level gets higher as you go in the game. So we'll be able to get 2 levels out of this, so we should do probably, let's do strength and endurance up to 18 as well. Those will both be good. Ooh, I wonder how many consumable souls we have. We've got the one there. How many do we have? Because we're gonna buy some items potentially to fight this boss. I don't know if I'll be able to get the item I want, but I know where I'm gonna go to look for it. Okay, so I want to access my bottomless box and see how many. I'm gonna save those. I don't have that many consumable souls. I'll break him out though. I want to put that guy there because you can use these big souls, as it says, to acquire many souls or create a new unique weapon. But we're not going to do that right now. I need to find the list of those weapons, and frankly I don't have enough souls to spend on that kind of a thing anyways, so we're going to avoid that for now. What I am going to do is going to consume these, and hopefully we'll get enough to make sure we'll be able to buy the items we want to get up at this merchant. We unlocked her last time. She was behind a very good shortcut that we went past. We didn't. I think we got it near the very end of the session. But it's kind of back up through here through this like water aqueduct culvert thing up there. And I think she sells some of the items that we're going to potentially want. They're certainly not necessary, but they do help. Oh, you beat me to the punch on that one. Suck it. No, hang on. You. There you go, bye. Goodbye. Oh no, well, he had, I don't know, probably not worth very much, honestly. Did he fall all the way down? Yes, he did. I just saw his twinkly thing vanish. That's alright. It was probably just a helmet or some piece of crap hollow armor thing. I don't know. Not worth it. So we're gonna go this way. Now there's a merchant, a hollow merchant woman down at the very end of this passage. Very similar to the man who's up in the undead berg that we spoke to last time. She's all the way down at the end here. Let's trudge along through the water for a minute and speak with her here.
I have moss. Now dish up some souls.
I don't actually need your moss. I was hoping you had the item that would let me put fire on my sword. Oh, you do. The charcoal pine resin. Okay, great. So we're gonna get like 3 of those. That should be sufficient. But she's got all kinds of good stuff here.
Come again.
So here's what we're gonna do. Because our weapon doesn't already do any damage beyond the base weapon damage, we are able to equip it with. I'm gonna. Let's see. We don't need. I can get rid of this for now. I can get rid of that for now. What I'm gonna put in here instead is the fire bomb and the charcoal resin, because the Capra demon is weak to fire. And I suppose I should put the purple moss clumps in here just in case, because poison is everywhere in this game and it's no good. So we're going to put the Capra demon, and then we're going to detour back to the Undead Asylum to get a very, again, not necessary, but extremely helpful ring for the part of the game we're going to after that, because it's one of the hardest parts to navigate. Starts with lots of awful catwalks and then becomes poisoned ground once you get off of the catwalks. So, but it's through this door. We've got to go through some sewers, and it's going to be a bit of a process to get there, but we're going to go and make sure we're ready for it. Because once we kind of go down to the sewers, we're stuck down there for quite a while. There's no easy way back up here. Until we finish down there. Okay, so this is the shortcut to the Capra demon. We could go the long way around, but it just why would you jeopardize your Estus in that way, you know? I don't know. Alright, dogs. Try to get past me. FromSoft dogs are the worst. Okay, so, Capra Demon boss fight time. He is through this door, which if you recall we initially saw coming from that direction last time. So very quickly I'm going to apply some of this charcoal resin. Oh, really? That's how that works? I accidentally hit the button and it used the charcoal? That is fantastic. Alright, so here we go. Glad to know I just wasted one of those. So yeah, this dude sucks. He's not a fun fight even when you do know how to do it, because these dogs can just be a frickin' nightmare. And he does a ton of damage, even if you do know how to fight him. Okay, so the way that I found is if you can try and get him to come over here and attack you, he will sometimes, apparently not now, fall down. See, he's supposed to fall down before. He's not doing it now, though. We did get rid of his dogs, which will help fairly quickly. I just need to make sure he doesn't smash us to death like that. Okay, see, this is what I wanted him to do. Last time, nope, he's not doing it. He's just not cooperating this time. He's just not cooperating. Yeah, see, we don't do that much damage to him. That is why I was hoping that he would play along, because if we can get him to, like, try and attack us, he'll fall down there, and we can get a drop attack in, which will do a significant amount of damage to him. This kind of... See? Okay, fall down. That's what I wanted. See, and though it's not the greatest, it's still a trick that we can use to fight this guy. Sorry, I'm concentrating very hard. Oh, God. What a hit. What a hit. Christ. Are you gonna fall? No. There we go. That's what I wanted. There we go. That's some real damage. Problem solved. Okay, sorry guys. My freaking phone just crashed, so I gotta get the YouTube back up and running. So give me just a second. But we defeated him. So now we've got the keys to the depths. So you keep seeing I get these homeward bones. The homeward bones are items we can use to travel back to Firelink Shrine, but we don't have that many of them, and I don't like to waste them, because eventually we will get an item called the Lord Vessel, which will just allow us to teleport back and forth between bonfires, which will be very nice. So he is vanquished. We are going to open the door to the depths. We are not going to go down just yet, because, as I said, there is a ring we need to get. So we're going back up to Firelink Shrine. And we have enough to level up again, so we're going to do that. Might as well, right? No? Okay, guys. This really is just enough. I wondered if he might be too far away. And I was right! He was too far away. Alright, we're gonna hit the, we'll hit the vitality. We'll get a little health. Get a little more max health. Okay, so the way back to the Undead Asylum, the place where we... Oh, they're here already. I didn't realize they were going to be here so soon. Okay, well, Petrus, he's been waiting for someone. Waiting for some people to come here to help them, and these are them. Other clerics of the Way of White, and another undead lady, who, as we can see here, is praying thoughtfully. So let's talk to them for a moment, shall we, before we go on?
Oh, hello.
Hello to you too, Petrus.
My guests have finally arrived. I will be departing with them shortly. So, I'm afraid I will be saying goodbye soon. It was a pleasure.
Oh, farewell, Petrus. It was nice knowing you, bud.
Oh, hello. Miracles, I presume?
Let's see. What just on the off chance, I don't think he's got anything. No, nothing we were interested in.
Come again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
I don't have any. Let's talk to these guys. What do you have to say, friend? Indeed. I quite agree. What do you have to say about that other thing? Oh, interesting. Are you certain? Well, That's good. I'm glad I got your opinion on that. Let's talk to this guy.
Hmm? What have we here? You look awfully raggedy. Time to
Says
go
the
in.
man with the
There used to be
tiniest
Louis
head I
Vuitton.
have ever seen.
Dare meet my lady like that.
Hey!
You might scare her off for good.
Shut up. Why are you being such a jerk?
Oh, you
Yeah,
again.
tiny head.
What business have you? I don't suppose we can help, though. It is quite a chore, but I'm stuck with her. And Nico, too. I can't very well abandon them now.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay, what do you have to say, lady?
You are undead as well.
Hmm.
We've no time to fraternize. I have my mission and you no doubt have yours. We must not let this curse overcome us.
Okay, well, these guys are all super stuffy, apparently, so we're just gonna go on our way. Right. So, anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the Undead Asylum. There's just a little bit of a thing that we have to do to get there. We've got to ride up this elevator and walk off it right now. Hooah! And then we have to jump onto that sort of archway and climb up through that little hole. So let me see if I can do this. This is always kind of tricky because you've got such a little time to build up momentum. And I overshot it. Yep. Okay, so we're not screwed. We did a lot of damage, and I guess I get to show you this little secret down here too. There's some chests down here that have some items depending on us. So it gets 6 Homer bones. Ooh, that's nice. We've also got a Morning Star and a Talisman. So the Talismans are what you use to cast miracles, and a Cracked Red Eye Orb. 4 of them. Those are for a way to invade people if you don't want to be in one of the covenants that's built on invading. So there's another chest here. Lloyd's Talisman. You use those when you're fighting other NPCs, or sorry, other PCs, to prevent them from using Estus to heal. You throw them at them, and if they're within a certain range, they won't be able to use them. So we're going to try and run away from these skeletons, because they're not fun to try and fight. Huh! Skeleton. There's also something snoring somewhere, which is certainly suspicious. These skeletons are not fun to fight early game. We've got lots of health. We'll head down that direction at a later date. But thankfully it's only one. Sometimes they'll attack you with like 4 of these guys at the same time. The other thing about skeletons too, maybe these guys won't do it. Sometimes they reconstruct themselves and you have to kill them again. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Gonna try and make this jump again. I did too well last time. I jumped too far. So we're just gonna try this again. Hopefully I don't biff it. Hopefully I can just do this and it's not me trying to attempt this jump for 5 minutes. Dude! Oh my lord. Okay. Alright. Funny one, Dark Souls. You're a real bag of laughs. Now this dude's gonna try and kill us. Good heavens. Good lord. Alright. Third time's the charm. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Okay, so I just need to get a straight run at it. None of this angled nonsense. Alright, there we go. Just took a nice, a well-timed roll. but we also don't want to fall off once we get up here. Thanks, I guess? What is this? This is new. Okay, thank goodness. Alright. That was interesting. Okay, so we are going to... We have to grab something from down here. Now we've got a couple of new keys for the Undead Asylum. And we've got to get... Oh, no! Alright, well, dang it. I guess it's back up the elevator again. Trying to move around in Dark Souls, like trying to climb on ledges and stuff like that, sometimes reminds me of trying to do it in Halo because you just slip off of everything. Remember that from like the old first 3 Halo games? If you try to like get the skulls and things, you had to get on these weird ledges. And the same in Destiny. There was that mountain in The Rise of Iron downloadable content for the very first one that you had to climb to get some stuff, and you could just perpetually slide off of the same spots over and over again because of the way the Destiny builds their, or Bungie builds their physics engine. Roll! 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 Oh god, that was close. I made it. Thank goodness. I'm not prepared to do this all night. Alright, well now they got that key. It's just a matter of going all the way to the top. Oh, somebody got over there. Spectacular. Oh yeah, you could definitely do that. You could do that. Anyways, okay, so we're up here now. Okay, we can't go that way, so we gotta go around. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do something really weird, and we're gonna get in this bird's nest, and it's like it says, we are going to curl up like a ball and sit here for just a moment. Patience. There we go. Our crow friend, or raven, whatever he is. Look at so curled up like a little ball in his claws. Great. Alright, so now we're back, and as you'll notice, there are some enemies down there. Alright. Okay, so we're back at the Undead Asylum. Now, if we walk out on here, I briefly mentioned this last time, we will get sucked onto a boss fight that we are hopelessly unprepared for. So we're going to avoid that and skirt the edges. Because there's just one item that we want to get. We're also going to run into an old friend here. Hopefully he won't give us too much trouble. We're gonna pop down here, get our bonfire rest on. And there's a few things we have to come back here for through the course of the game, but since we only need the one item and we're not actually really very well leveled to be back here yet, I'm just gonna try and keep it simple. Okay, I'm hoping that... Oh heavens! That was just about as as bad as that could have gone. Hoping as we can avoid, because our friend Oscar is back, and he's not But he's not as helpful as he was last time, we'll just say. And I don't want to fight him right now, because again, we're not really leveled to be here. But the item that we need, that we're going to get here, is borderline essential for where we're going to be going. And once we go down there, it's very, very difficult to get back up. So it's best to just get the item now while we can. Because it's not going to take too much effort to get it. Because there's like a couple of Black Knights and stuff here that we have to deal with for another item to get into an optional area. So we'll be back here again. And there's Snuggly, of course, who's down yonder. So we have a couple of things to come back here for, but for the moment, it's just the one little item. It's a ring that we're going to get. Hopefully these two guys won't kill us, because now we've got the key for the door behind them. Trying to see if I could stagger him. Could not. Easy enough. Okay, so now I've got this door unlocked. This is where we're going to go to get this key. Or this ring, excuse me. We got the key. So we can get the ring. The rusted iron ring. This is a super useful ring because what it will allow us to do is walk through water or other such fluids without being impeded by having any movement restrictions imposed on us like they would normally. So I'm going to quick switch some stuff up here. We're going to do a homeward bone. We're going to put the humanity back here. Where is it? I just saw it. There it is. And I want to see quickly how I'm doing with the longbow. Can I use that yet, or is that still too... Unable to use this weapon effectively with present stats. Okay. How is it affecting our movement? Not at all. And I would like to use it eventually, so we're just going to hang on to it for now. Oh god. Is Oscar coming out to fight us? This is what I didn't want. We are going to use homeward bone. Because I don't want to fight Oscar yet. We're not ready for him. He's not like really, really hard, but he can do a fair bit of damage. So now that we've got that ring, we're going to go back and plunge into the depths of the undead of Lordran, not the undead anything, just of Lordran. Sorry, I was checking the YouTube stream. Okay, gotta come back to fight through these guys, because we can't fast travel out of here yet, because we don't have the Lord Vessel. So we've just gotta go back and let the bird grab us again. Woo! So now I've got that item. Just a short jaunt back to... Well, I'm not stuck back in here. Nope. Okay, good. they're gone. I wonder if we'll ever see them ever again. Okay. Item retrieved. One more level to get as well. The more levels we can get before we go down into the horrible, horrible depths, the better. We're gonna hit the endurance again as well. I'm just gonna see what stuff I gotta stash. So sunlight medals you get for doing co-op stuff. Like summoning people in to help you with things, or you helping them with things and vice versa. We're going to stash all this stuff. I'll hang on to those just in case. I'm going to put a couple of these in here because I don't need to have all 10 with me, or all 15 or however many I had. Going to stash the fire bombs. Going to stash the talismans. Let's see, what else can we stash? What else do I not need to have on my person? A bunch of these stupid weapons for sure. All kinds of stuff here that eventually we'll be able to get rid of. Oh yeah, so I got this last time. I wonder if I can wear it. So remember that pig that was over by the fire drake? We spent a bunch of time over there last session. Well, I went and fought him to get some XP, and they don't always do this, but sometimes they drop these really stupid helms, and they look like that, and I just want to know. Oh yeah, we're moving real slow. It's a very heavy item, so we're not going to do that. But we will get back on track. Make sure I'm going the right way. Nope, I'm going to do it this way. Come on, fight me. Okay, just one moment. I've received an important message. Okay, onward. Back to the horrible, horrible depths, or rather, into, as we've not been there just yet on this stream. My YouTube feed is acting funny for a moment. Wow, really? That didn't kill him? That is a long fall. There's not been much to new lore stuff to really go into. I looked up some of the countries. There's not a lot of information on them. We talked about Thorland and then I guess the two other ones that we've run into are Astora which is a land of knights and nobility, who largely worship the sort of accepted gods, Gwyn and his children, and then their allies. It's where Solaire's from. And there's Karim, which is apparently a lot like Thorland, though they do have a different set of gods in Karim, which is where Lautrec is from, the golden guy. I mean, we just, I don't want to talk about too much stuff until we get to it. I don't want to spoil too many things, We're having our little adventure. This is a really punishing part of the game. Oh, look at that guy down there, chopping meat. Gross. We'll deal with him in a moment. Oh, everyone but the guy right in front of me. Oh, that was foolish. I should certainly have avoided that one. Oh, he wants a piece of us now. Let's try and deal with the rest of these guys that are up here, so if he comes to attack us, we're not fighting off 20 guys at the same time. What you got? No, nothing useful. Dog! Oh, cheap shot. Cheap shot, sir. Okay, friend. Big boy fight. I'm gonna be concentrating for a second here, so sorry I have to go quiet. Oh, right, through the wall, through the column, of course. Of course he can. That's what I have been waiting for. That was what we needed. Some serious damage. Dealt him. Ha! You've fallen. Oh, dang it. Sometimes you guys drop the sack that they wear on their head as an item, and it's really stupid looking. Okay, so there's a couple of things we're going to do in here. I don't want to... There's a shortcut over here that we're going to come back for. I don't want to jump down there just yet, because what it will do is it will put us in a very isolated spot. And there's actually another NPC we're going to encounter in a moment that I want to get first. Just got this treasure box, but... Ooh, an ember. We'll give that to Andre next time we see him. So the shortcut we're going to take in a second is down here, but we're not going to go that way just yet. There's another NPC, a friendly NPC that we're going to grab. And we're going to have a little bit more of a look around this area first. So there's a couple of dogs in this water, but this is why we grabbed the ring, because see, now we can... I'll show you what it's normally like trying to move through water like this. Once I've dealt with the enemies down here, but it's... why we got the ring was so that we can move normal speed. While in the water. Okay, god dang. Really? Okay. So let me show you quick what it's like to try and move through this water without the ring. It didn't take it off. Unequip, unequip. So this is how we move normally through this water without that ring. And it's especially helpful when we get down to the next area called Blight. Oh, we've already got the wolf ring? I will boost my poise, thank you very much. Okay, great. Poise is basically your ability to resist like heavy attacks. Like, they don't stagger you as much, essentially. So that's why I'm gonna put that ring on. That'll be really nice.
You. Yes, you. Here, over here. Please, you must help me.
So we've got to roll here. So if we start swinging, we can hit him and kill him. We don't want to do that because this guy's a friend.
Thank you. I would have been a sucker without you. Being eaten alive. I was trying to think.
Who's her?
Thank you.
You know, who's
Thank you dearly.
who's her? Who could it be talking about?
For the great swamp.
Laurentius. So the Great Swamp is a place to the far east, if I recall. And it's the place where pyromancy, another school of magic, is predominant in the culture. And pyromancy is seen as very chaotic and hard to control, and so a lot of sorcerers and people who practice miracles sort of look down on pyromancy as being dangerous. Oh, you thought you could sneak up on me. Well, I heard you drop down, friend. Fortunately, I've got a good enough shield that'll block most of that physical damage. No, thank you, sir. Okay, my stream is acting out very funny on my phone, so I need to deal with this guy and sort that out. Okay, stop. One moment, guys. My phone is really freaking out here. I gotta deal with this. I don't know if the stream is getting really weird and anybody watching it is noticing that, please put something in the chat. But it doesn't seem like it's probably more my phone. Usually it seems. Oh no, it is the stream. That's not good. Okay, just 1 minute, guys. I gotta check something. Sorry. Okay, well, alright. This is probably only have one monitor. I have to quit out of the game. Check some stuff because this is not good. My latency is really bad and it's lagging quite awfully, so I need to figure this out. So give me just a minute. Yeah, why isn't it? I'll be back, guys. 1 moment. Okay, well, it seems like it's... I'm not sure what's going on here. Everything should be working the way it's supposed to. My wonder, let me refresh the studio. Why isn't it? Tell me I'm not receiving enough video. What up? My stream is acting very funny. I don't know. My latency's fine. My streaming, my video, my capture software isn't having any problems. So I don't know exactly what's going on. Okay, well now my connection's back to excellent. I wonder if the YouTube feed just needed to be reset. Okay, I apologize for that. Back on track. Let me get my game running here again. It seems like everything is working a little more smoothly. Thanks for joining me, Cubic. Looks like the stream is lagging a little still, but not as... Man, it's still quite behind. Oh heavens. Okay, technological difficulties. Let's see. Okay. Okay, looks like everything is fine again. I don't know, that was very strange. You missed the start of the stream. Bad luck. I called you by your old name. I forgot you changed your online handle. Open? Excellent. Okay, so we're going to have a look around. Oh, great. This is exactly the way I was hoping to go. Perfect. Okay, so there's an item there, as you can see. But if we try and grab it, you can't tell very well. But there's a big old gross slime up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to run it. And that was not what I wanted to do. Oh, okay, now my YouTube feed is getting a little wonky again. God, man, this is going very well today with these technical difficulties. I'm sorry, I didn't know I was going to offend you. I won't talk about your handles ever again. Stupid thing killed me. So, of course, we're all the way back here. And I'm just having some technical difficulties today, apparently. Everything is kind of lagging for me. Okay, well, that didn't go as planned, of course, but we're heading back. We were almost to the first bonfire, and then I fell into that stupid trap. My phone is just... I'm trying to watch the stream on my phone, so I can keep up with everything, but it's just not working today. It's having one of those days where no matter what how many times I reset it, it's just not working very well. And it's freaking me out, and it's making it hard to track whether or not the stream is actually working or if I'm just losing my mind. So again, I apologize. We're just having some technical difficulties here. Okay, well, I try and get that started up. Hopefully this is working okay for you guys. We are just gonna run. I'm just gonna run by these guys. I'm kind of just tired of fighting them all the time. You know, they should learn to leave me alone. Okay, you, though, you need to let me pass. You need to let me pass! Oh, good. I'm mad about that. Sorry, one moment. Okay. God dang it. Hopefully all these little distractions can stop. we can get back on track here. I have to watch the stream through my phone or monitor it through my phone. And my phone has problems that my computer does not have with bandwidth. But if it's smooth for you guys, that's fine. That's good. That's what we need. Alright, so, god dang it, one more frickin' time. I was so close to the bonfire down there. Oh god, game. I just gotta get through this stupid crap. Will you come down here, please? Oh, come on, get out of the way. Move. Yeah, I know the problem is my phone. I just don't know. I need to just... It's how I'm watching the chat, and I can't keep up with the chat if my stream is lagging on my phone. That's, I guess, my concern with that. Because if it's just lagging on my phone really bad, I still can't keep up with what's happening. Okay, god dang it, we're gonna go through this stupid thing again. Yeah, my phone is just really struggling with this right now for some reason. Alright, well, I gotta stop paying attention to that, I guess, even though it's gonna eventually be like 15 minutes behind. Because it is just stopping every 2 seconds or so, not even every second to catch up. It's just not doing well. Dude, this is getting so frustrating today. Why am I so far behind with the stream? No, this is not what I wanted either. God dang it. Okay, can this just... We're fine now. We're fine now. Can we just stay fine? And I think these butcher guys are mini bosses. Yes, so they do not respawn. Okay. So I could not find a lot about the lore for this. I think this is not. It's just the sewers of Londor or Lordran. I think Londor is a place in Dark Souls 3. So I think it's just the kind of the underbelly of Lordran, connected to, I think, perhaps New Londo, which is another area of the game we'll get to later. Okay, so we're not gonna... I just don't even care. I'm running by that guy. I lost my souls. I had a few thousand, which is sucky, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, and above us here, there are a bunch more of those nasty things, so we're just gonna run by. Unless we get got here, and eaten. No, okay. Come on. Okay, the reason we're coming here is with the master key, and there is a key for this door that is not the master key that I'm going to try and find that gets us to this bonfire. It's a very nice bonfire to have access to. Because again, once we get down into the depths here, we're kind of stuck down here until we can get to the way out, which can be a while, depending on how smoothly things go. Because I'm not just going to try and run through this, I'm going to show everybody how to move around here, where things are. So I believe it's through here. There's a channeler. We fought one in the last episode. That guy with like the robe and the big hat and the goofy staff. who was empowering all of those hollows when we were trying to get to the Belfry Gargoyles. There's one of them down here, and it is protecting this area, the area boss that we're gonna fight. And if we kill him, that boss will become significantly easier to beat. Oh, he came out of the box, did ya? Bad luck. I just got your Discord message. Is that from a while ago? I just got it on my phone. Because it says you need a link, but it looks like you found your way here. Okay, so there's a lot of little items and secrets. So one thing about this area, I don't really have the item for it, but this is a very good area to farm for humanity. These rats drop them. And they don't drop them super frequently, but if you've got a ring, there's a certain ring I have to say, I believe it is the gold covetous serpent's ring. That item will allow, see the sewer, okay, so just, I know I'm interrupting myself, but the sewer chamber key, that's the key to the door we just unlocked with our master key. So we found that, so that's where that is. But yeah, if you have the gold covetous serpent's ring, which is an item we'll get later on in the game, great, we're getting close. It increases the item drop chance of any item. So if we come down here with that on, and 10 humanity, which as I also mentioned last time, increases your odds of finding humanity. If you have 10 humanity up where it says 1, and you are have had your hollowing reversed, this is a great place to farm for more humanity, which in Dark Souls 1 is the only way to be able to summon people in, and some of the bosses, especially your first time through, are going to take you like 10, 15 tries, maybe more, and if you're summoning in an NPC like Solaire, you want to be able to do that as much as possible, so you'll need a lot of humanity for some things. Wow. Wasted. That was my own stupid fault. I was trying to kill that guy quickly, which is the smart strategy, but got surrounded by the rats. So that's a big fail. Big fail. We're just going to try again. This is what I mean when I say this part of the game is very difficult, because it's lots of narrow corridors. I don't think I have to... They're not going to follow me, are they? No, it doesn't look like it. No, thank you, sir. Anybody want to mess around? Nope. Okay, great. No stupid distractions. Gonna take out this channeler because, again, he will make, if we kill him, the boss of this area, who's down there, will be very easy to deal with. Or much easier in any case. So hopefully we can try and lure some of these rats to fight us. So the channelers, I touched on it last time, they are agents of a very powerful entity called Seath the Scaleless, who was mentioned in the opening cutscene of the game as one of the 4 lords who helped defeat the everlasting dragons, who are kind of the immortal rulers of the world in the First Age. And Seath sent out the channelers to find resources for his experiments, because Seath was the creator of sorcery. And so all sorcerers, to this day, derive their knowledge ultimately from the works of Seath. Ooh, I think he's got a humanity. Yep, there we go. Nice. Perfect. So now that he's dead, he's a mini-boss, so he'll stay dead. There's some things over here. We're going to come over here looking for items. There's a bunch of these boxes over here that have rats in them that'll jump out at you like that, so just be cautious moving up. Okay, well, that's empty. Left. Ta-da! Item. We're gonna have a Sunny D. Have a quick Sunny Delight. And move on. Okay, so we got that taken care of. That's the boss area down there. There's a pretty okay suit of armor down there that we might use some of the pieces from for a while because they're a little bit better than like the pants that we've got on. Didn't even challenge. Oh, nice, another humanity. Great. I just don't want to fall down that hole. Falling down the holes in this part of the, like, into the sewer here, in this part of the game, can be extremely hazardous. There's some enemies in the lower levels here, basilisks, and they can turn us to stone. And if you get turned to stone, you become what's called cursed, and so you lose half of your hit points permanently, unless you can go find a special item. Okay, so the shortcut that I found earlier is to fight this creature. So we're not going to fight that guy from this angle. We are going to double back, giant rat, and we are going to try and drop down him from above. So we're going to backtrack the way we came. But now that we've got this area cleared out, I'm comfortable in doing that. Oh, a slime! A slime found us. Ew. Just give him a little bit of space. Oh, that was great. That was phenomenal. Just missed twice. Back up, back up, back up. Having some more technical difficulties. I just keep losing my connection on my phone. It's very annoying. Okay, it's buffering. Hopefully that'll catch up. I can't see the chat otherwise. That's the only... Oh, we did it. We fell down a hole, guys. We fell into the trap. We did it. We did the thing that I was afraid was going to happen. These guys, these are the basilisks, and these things are pretty horrible if you let them overwhelm you. So we're going to just try and do what we can to not get cornered by these things, because if they get you with the mist that they breathe, you're toast. And we can get an item to rid ourselves of curses, but they're kind of expensive and they're a long ways back from where we came. Okay, you can go down there, that's fine. That smoke, that's what we... Oh, no! Oh, see, this is what we don't want, is to be trapped. Oh, God! This is exactly what I didn't want to happen. I haven't been cursed in so long. Crap. Crap, 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 crap. That sucks. This is going to be a huge frickin' detour we've got to make now. This is exactly what I was afraid of. This is exactly what I was afraid of. God dang it. That is okay, though. It's okay. We're gonna have to farm for some souls because this thing is expensive. So we're gonna try and, I guess, just not die for a while. Good. Oh man, that makes me so mad. Alright. Okay. Look. I don't care. I I don't care what you want, slime. Oh boy. Being cursed is just the worst. It's just awful. Because now I'm going to do all this backtracking to get this item. And what I should have done was just gotten this item before we came down here. But in my confidence of not having been cursed in a very long time, I did not do it because I thought we'd be okay. But I should have, and here we are. Thank you. This part's gonna be fun. Ah! Stop it! Good lord. I'm very salty about this. This is not good. Okay, can we just do this, please? Instead of just the waiting around one at a time thing. I just want to get back to the surface. We've got not even a quarter of those souls we need to get one of these items. Or maybe it's only 2,000. I don't know. I can't remember. We'll just fight our way to this guy, and hopefully by the time we get there, we'll have enough souls to buy the item. I'm very salty about this. We're making very good headway. We did get a little distracted by falling. Don't fall again. You'll die. We've only got half health. Be careful. Good times. And that merchant back behind us, she sells one of those, but she sells it for like twice the cost that the guy we're gonna go see sells it for. Let me think, which way do I need to go? This way. I need to take the elevator from the Firewood Shrine. Oh, another dramatic. Great. Just a second, I gotta get my feed back up here. Having some very bad issues with the phone. God, I need a second monitor. Yeah, I died. I did die. It was pretty bad. That curse, man. That curse effect is brutal. Like I said, I was really hoping to not be hit by it, because we can avoid it, and it just makes that part so much easier. And we're just... I can't run by, guys. I need to be farming for souls. That's the whole point. Half the point, at the very least. I was checking for Lautrec. I think he's gone. Nope, there he is. Never mind. Oh look, it's another person in their own world. I'm very salty about this. This is usually the worst. Curse is one of... Oh, I could use some of these to get some souls. That would help. Let's use both of these and see what happens. So I think I just need 2,000. Okay, let me go find out. Because if that got me up that much, I think even if I need more... Oh! Look who's back. It's Petrus. Why did he come back so soon? And where are his friends? And that ghost person just dropped down right in front of us, all superhero style. That was pretty cool. Let's talk to Petrus, find out why he's back.
Oh, you again? Me? I've become separated from my lady.
Oh no!
I've scoured near and far, but no sight of her. Where could she have gone? My lady, to think I swore to protect you with my life.
Dude, well, you messed that up really bad then, because, I mean, obviously she's not here.
Your Highness, where have you gone? I am entirely to blame for this.
Well, at least you know.
Oh, woe is me. I am unworthy, deathly so.
At least you're aware. Good heavens. If I can afford it, I'll probably get another one of these curse removal items, because if that happens again, I don't want to have to do this another time, you know? Fortunately, we only have to go through that area with all the basilisks one time just to pick up some items and stuff. It's fortunately a part that we can skip pretty easily. But we're going back up, there was a guy that we met after we defeated the Belfry Gargoyles. That's the guy that we're going to talk to. He's the guy that sells the item we're after. So I guess that answers my own question from last stream. Can he repost me if I'm below him on the stairs? And the answer is no. So that's good to know. Alright guys, look. I know there's a lot of you, but I just don't have the time for this right now. I just need to get back. I need to get the curse bite thing, the curse removal stone, whatever it's called. I don't have to use them very often, so I don't know what they're called. Ow! Ow! Jerk. See, that's why. Having half health sucks. It's because one hit from that guy almost killed us. So back up top here. Oh, gargoyles. Please, sir, remove this curse from me, my wretched form.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Kareem, the Park.
Oh, another guy from Korea.
Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess? Or to accuse? For indeed, all sin is my domain.
So the reason he says all sin is my domain is because he's a worshipper of the goddess Velka or Vekla. I can't remember. I can never remember if the K or the L comes first. I forgot to put it down in my notes because I'm a fool. I didn't think we'd be coming and talking to this guy. But he's from Kareem. He's from the same place that Lautrec is from. And so Vekla is a big god there. She's the goddess of sin and pardon and guilt and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to learn gesture. Well, what is it? Gesture learned. Great. Purchase item. Purging stone. 3,000. Okay, so we're going to buy one of those. And I don't think this is going to give me enough, but I'm going to knock down this purging stone and the rest of these souls. What an awful laugh. So I am going to use this purging stone to get rid of this stupid curse. So this is a good way to learn lore in Dark Souls when you pick up interesting items, is to hit the toggle display. So it says ash-colored stone encasing a skull, secret treasure of Arstor, the Earl of Kareem. Reduces curse buildup and breaks curse. Humans are helpless against curses and can only redirect their influence. The purging stone does not dispel curses, but receives them as a surrogate. The stone itself was once a person or some other being, as made note by the fact that it has a skull inside of it. But we're going to use this. Get rid of that.
No,
stop. And I want to see if we can get enough souls out of these to buy another one, just in case. No. No. That's alright. We'll just be very careful. Okay. Last bar I rested at was Firelink, so we are going to use Homeward Bone, go back to Firelink, and try this thing for a third time. And now this time, I'm not going to fall down any holes, because I've gotten everything we need to get coming at it from the main way, so we should be able to get the shortcut now. You know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of you guys just constantly blocking my progress. Oh god, they're all just trying to attack me now. We're just gonna walk by, you know? Just pretend like they're not even worth our time. Because they won't follow us down here. Running into the wall there, guy's getting a little intoxicated. Okay, that guy's dead now. Stupid archerman. Lord Vessel, God, once we can get that, this would moving around it gets so much easier because you can fast travel between bonfires, and that is a game changer. But we've got a little bit before we can get there. We've got a few really difficult areas, some of the hardest parts of the game, honestly, between here and there, and a lot of enemies and bosses and other things that we're going to have to deal with first. But once we get it, we've still got more than half of the game left at that point, so we do wind up getting the Lord Vessel for more than most of the game, I would say. But it's a thing that we won't learn about for a little bit yet. Oh, what its function is for the purposes of the... Excuse me. The lore of Dark Souls. Okay, so now that we've had a look around, and that we can get access to the other place where we just got ganked and turned to stone, we can get to that through here. So we're going to take this shortcut now. And this will also make it easier to kill that giant rat, because we're on top of it now, and we'll be able to do a drop attack. But first, there's an item, as you can see over that way. That is a shield that's very good at resisting poison damage. It is, however, not very good at resisting physical damage, and so I don't use it too often. But if you are finding that poison, like creatures that are doing poison damage to you, are becoming a problem, it's a great shield to deal with it. But we're gonna do a drop attack here. Oh wow, it flicked me before my attack landed, so I didn't even get it in. That's good. That's very good. Fortunately, I think this will not be too difficult. This rat is super gross. It also does have an axe in one of its eyes. Oh, dude, it's hitting me before I can even get my shield up. It's hitting me before I can get my shield up. Okay, creature. I hate this thing. Alright. Well, that botched drop attack totally screwed us. That was not great. I don't know how that happened, but it did. It just tried to rear up and attack us as soon as... Keep going. Alright. Alright, fourth time's a frickin' charm. That was excellent. This is why I hate this part of the game. It is so hard and you have to do so much walking. I'm not even gonna bother with you this time. I'm just gonna go on my way. I've got business to take care of, and you're not a part of it. Now I could try and run through this area, but that is very dangerous because there's a lot of guys, and usually they'll try and like block you or something. So we just gotta deal with this. Thanks, thank you. I had my camera locked onto you, but it didn't, for whatever reason, stick. Depths. And the next part, the area after this is somehow even worse. And then, I don't know, the area after that's not, I think it's probably not as, like, bad across the board, but there is one section of it that is notorious for being difficult. Ugh! Doggo! Come on! Doggo! Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. You rat bastard. There we go! That's what I wanted. That's what I was going for the very first time we did this, was just to own you. Now, okay, alright. See, now I want... Can I please get my souls back? Can I get those back before you kill me again? See, I gotta get these back. I gotta get these back. There we go. There we go. This is what we want. That's what I want. Gotcha. Gotcha. See, now we can go down this way, and this is sort of the obvious direction. It's how when we came back up this way. But what we're actually going to do is go this way, because there's a nice shortcut that we can take. If we stick to the very left side of the wall here, we'll do a little bit of surfing, and come down here. Now we're very close to the boss, and the entrance to the next area, and that bonfire we found about 20 minutes ago or so. These things are awful. They don't, obviously not too threatening, they just have a lot of health. And they can be kind of distracting if there's other enemies around. Like this. Well, exactly like this. This is exactly what I was going to say, is that sometimes there are some rats that sort of inhabit a lower section of this space, and that guy can do this to you. This is exactly what I was afraid was going to happen. Just get stuck fighting that guy, and all these rats come after me. Two down. There was a third one. There he is. Okay, so we're gonna go back up to our bonfire. I think we've got the right key. Good lord. I think we've got the right key for this. Yes. Excellent. So, we're going to go up here, hit this bonfire. And now we've got that all opened up, which is excellent, because it'll make the next little bit of this far easier. Now, I'm debating how much we should do down by the basilisks, because we already kind of saw it, and it's a lot of trouble to do. There are some other items down there that we probably should grab, like souls and things like that. What does it cost me to level up? 6,000 something, so we're not going to do that just yet. But now if we die, we're coming back to that bonfire, and we got this shortcut opened up, so it's not... No, exploring the depths is no longer going to be a monstrous liability and or pain in the ass, because we've got this all open. And the reason I didn't come and open this before is because it only opens from this side. You can't... If you drop down here, because I'm sure some of you noticed that I came through above here to find the channeler, this door does not open from this side, so you have to get down here first to open it. Okay, so we are going to go over this way. We're just going to have a look around at some stuff. This is kind of one of those areas that most of the time you try and get through kind of as quick as possible, because it is just a pain, even when you have shortcuts and things opened up. So I'm not exactly sure what all we're going to find down here by exploring. We're going to look around and hopefully not die too much. I'm not interested, slime. I'm not interested. There is a guy too. We'll summon him before we go and do the boss fight. But there is an NPC who we can, an invader NPC that we can call in down here and kind of open up a mini quest line. So you see, they've got these big eyes, these basilisks. So that's not actually their eye. Their eyes are very little small things. If he wasn't stuck on this stupid fence, I could show you. Maybe I can still. But their eyes are like really small, and now his beak is in his body. They're like little small things on their beaks. And the eyes are just there as like a distraction, kind of. I always think for some reason I'm going to find one of these as an illusory door, but they never are. See, and this is what we look like when we get turned into crystal stone, kind of cursed, whatever. Alright, why don't you come in here? I'll put you one at a time. There we go. That's how we do that. Let's see if I can find us. I feel like this is us over here, right? I don't know, because you can find yourself after you've been cursed. I think that was us. Either that or one of those. Okay, so yeah, I guess there isn't really a whole ton of stuff down this way. Kirk does come down here. He's an NPC invader that I mentioned. We'll come back for him. Once we've gotten the boss taken care of. Yep, I see you down there, thanks. So there's an item up here if you go to explore, and you can jump across that gap to grab it, but the risk is you fall down this hole, and you fall into an adjoining room onto here, and depending on how many basilisks are down there, it's basically a death sentence. So what you want to try and do is clear out the basilisks first. To the best of your abilities. Obviously don't do that. I didn't even see that happening. Dude, this is not going well down here. This is really not going well. I'm going to try and not die. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to try and not die. I'm going to try and grab those souls. I'm then going to have to go back to our friend. Get another stone, because... Ugh. I hate this! I hate it so much! Oh, gosh. hate you. I hate basilisks. Basilisks are universally despised throughout Dark Souls. They're pretty freaking awful. Okay, dude, don't you? And I honestly, I don't know what'll happen if we get cursed again while I'm already cursed. So that's something to be concerned about as well. I'm not gonna waste time fighting these guys. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm instead just gonna run over and try and grab my souls and get out of here because this is not good. I don't like this. I don't want to lose my souls again, and I really, again, do not know what will happen if we get cursed while we're already cursed. And if I lose half my health again, it will not be good. It will not be good. So we're not going to mess around with this anymore. Good lord. It's just not going very well. Just not going very well. This is the hardest time I've had down here in a while. It's not good. I should have grabbed another one, but we didn't have the money for it. I thought to myself, there's no way. There's absolutely no way we can get cursed twice. Not possible. I'm good enough at this game where I can prevent that from happening. And look where we are now. Shameful. It's shameful, and I'm not going to level up as badly as I want to, because we need the souls to get that stupid curse thing. The Purging Stone. Okay, we are going to do our best to avoid all these horrible, gross slime things. If you want me to kill rats, I can kill all of them for you. That's the thing, you know. I gotta kill. Were you talking about the big one when you said kill that rat for me? Would you? I just want to be on to the next boss. Well. Do I want to? I don't know. Is it a boss that I want to be fighting? Probably not. I don't... Okay, I think we can run by. I think we can get through here without having to fight all these guys. Unless they kill us! Unless they kill us! Unless they kill us! So far, so good. So far, so good. So far, so good. Oswald, I need your help again. Do you deliver? See, this lady sells it. I want to see how much she sells it for, though. It's really expensive, I think, for her. 6,000. Twice as much. So we're going to Oswald, because we can get 2 from him for the same price, even though he's a little further away. Ow! Jerk. Stop it. Guys, we've been through this so many times already. I just don't... I can't do this every time I come through here, you know? I just can't. Sometimes I just need to make it a quick trip and staying here and hanging out with you guys as much as I like you. It can be really distracting. Oh, we are still being followed. Okay. Please go, elevator. Extra salt about the curse. Extra salty. But like I said, what we're going to do now is we're just going to skip basilisks and head on to the boss after that, because he's the guy that we really need to go and deal with. Gotcha. Stop. What items do you have for me? Ooh, a shard. Excellent. Goodness. Goodness. Okay, I am hoping that we can get through Blighttown this stream. My intention was to stop at 5. 3 hours seems to be a good length. But this has been a bit of a detour. I've never had to do this twice, so I just foolishly perhaps did not account for it. So we're gonna have to get 2 of these.
Thou art welcome anytime.
Thou art welcome anytime. I always go to the wrong thing. My throat's getting a bit parched. Okay. Goodness me. Now I've got an extra one. Just in case, and for later, because that's not going to be the last time we encounter basilisks in this game. How many Titanite shards do we have? I wonder if we have enough to have Andre. Oh, we've just got the one. Not enough, unfortunately. I do wonder now, though, with our strength up, if we can use any more, or endurance up a little bit, if we can use any more of these pieces of this armor from this suit. So we will make a quick stop at Firelink Shrine and get back on track again. It's just been terrible today. Just been terrible. The depths have been especially cruel. We did have a pretty easy time taking up the Channeler, though, which is always helpful. And here is our Pyromancer friend. He's finally arrived in Firelink Shrine.
Well, I see you made it out. Yeah, I made it out safely too. I have my Pyromancer the Great Swarm, so I can use my bandits with a bit of care. Oh yeah, by the way, I can share my spells with you. I think you have a knack for it. All you need are the materials. I'll be pleased to help you. Unless you find the magic's unsavory.
I don't find the magic's unsavory,
Yeah, wonderful.
but I don't know if I can actually learn
there'll be
pyromancies.
some assistance. Here, first take this.
See, pyromancy is kind of frowned upon
From the great
by
storm.
other sorcerers and people
Now,
with miracles,
you're a
because it's a very
fully trained
chaotic
pyromancer.
form of magic.
Why, let's get started.
And it was created by the Witch of Izalith and her Daughters of Chaos, who are another group of people that were brought up in the opening cinematic, and
Goodbye.
people that we will
Be
learn
safe,
more
then.
about as the game progresses. But they invented pyromancy, and because of the inherent chaotic nature of fire, pyromancy is sort of looked down upon by those who use miracles and sorceries and stuff, because it's not quite as refined or as elegant in its use. It's a lot more destructive, of course, because it's fire. And I don't know if there are any in Dark Souls 1. Oh, dude, move, please. For God's sakes. There we go. What an idiot. I don't know if there are many of them in Dark Souls 1, but there are dark pyromancies, which are interesting. So like black fire and things like that. Usually pretty heavily damaging. I can't remember if how many, if any, there are in this one. I know there's a bunch in Dark Souls, and I think there's a few in 2 as well. But as I keep saying, 2 is the one that I've played the least of, so I'm excited to get more into that when we get around to that in the stream, which won't be for quite some time. Even doing this 3 sessions a week, because we gotta get through this whole game. We gotta do the DLC, and while it won't be, an eternity before we get there, it will be a good amount. I just want to pick up this thing. Come on. So I'm just checking the stream again. I got the 2 monitor deal, man. We'll get there. Okay, because I don't want to risk this again, I'm just gonna fight all these guys. Because sometimes, as badly as you want to just run through an area in Dark Souls, sometimes it's just not. It's just a little too risky. And especially when it's easy enemies, it's worth just dealing with them and being patient. Especially if you've been on the struggle bus, like we have. Okay, so we take our shortcut down here. Now the rat is gone. This should be pretty easy to do. Okay, so we're going to run up here, hit the bonfire, reverse a hollowing, and get ready for a boss fight. Okay, what else? I'll put some stuff away that I don't need. We'll stash those for now. If you can't tell, I like to clear out my inventory and put away stuff I'm not using. Makes it easier to see what I've got going on. So I'm going to see if we can wear any more of this knight armor now that we've gotten our strength up a little bit. I don't know if we'll be able to or not, but we can certainly try. Yeah, we're doing the heavy, the super slow rolls, so we can't do the leggings. What about the helmet? Can we do the helmet? No, still not strong enough for that either. And we technically can wear this stuff, it's just, it's going to be really heavy and slow us down. And the way I like to play, I like to have a little bit of maneuverability as well as being decently armored, you know, kind of jack of all trades, hand-to-hand combatant kind of a thing. So, well, hand-to-hand's not the right term for that. Melee. So we're not quite strong enough for that stuff yet, but we'll get there. And yeah, I've just realized that I just did one of the whole reasons we went up here was to reverse a hollowing, and I just forgot to do it. I'm ready to fight this boss. I'm ready to do it, and I'm just getting ahead of myself. Because this boss is another one that if you have people with you, it doesn't have to be that difficult. And we'll be able to summon in 2 friends for this one. But we've got a reverse or hollowing. So we've got to do that. Ah, turned around. Okay, so we'll go in here. It's very big and spacious in here. We've got 2 people we can summon in. Do I summon in one of them up here, or are they both downstairs? I think they're both downstairs. Yes. Go down, and we've got a sign here for Solaire, the best friend of Dark Souls, everyone's best friend. And once he's summoned in, we can summon in Lautrec, the golden man that we rescued from the prison. So now we've got Solaire here. We're going to summon in the Trek. Yes, sir. I want to summon him in. And again, a reminder that summoning people in does, in fact, make boss fights more difficult. But depending on the boss fight, it will negate that difficulty and actually make things easier. Mostly because these guys can provide distractions while you attack the enemy and not have to worry about getting attacked too much yourself. So that's why we like to summon guys in. Oh, cutscene. Cutscene. Oh, look at that little guy. He's like a little alligator sticking his head up out of the water. Look at him. Oh. Oh. Oh, look at him now. He's a big, gross, terrifying dude with lots of legs. Yeah, look at that. That is just about as Dark Souls boss as you can get. There's generally like 2 categories of Dark Souls bosses. Really horrible monsters and guys with crazy helmets and big swords. And those are kind of like, or clubs or something. Those are like your 2 main categories of Dark Souls enemy. Okay, so now we've got that armor. It's time to go over here. And if we enough damage to his tail, this guy will also give us a fun but very stupid weapon. And the trick is to stay out of the front of this guy. Like, you can do a lot of damage to his head, but if he starts doing that, he'll just knock you out of the way and do tons and tons of damage, and he can pick you up, and it's just not great, really, for anyone if you're in front of him. So I prefer to attack him from behind, because that way you're out of the way of his claws when he starts to run. You do have to worry about the tail, but it's significantly less harmful than... And if we can do enough damage to this tail, we'll chop it off and it'll be useless, so... Just gotta... There we go! There we go! Okay, that's what we wanted. So now that we've got that taken care of, shouldn't be... We just gotta stay out of the way of the front of him, basically. Because he can grab us with all those teeth and bite us, and that's not good. So we gotta let him start running here. Oh god! He grabbed the trek. See, he'll do that. He'll do that. He'll do just that. And apparently we can't hurt him during that animation. Oh no, he's gonna throw up. He does this where he vomits this gross stuff. And you just gotta try and stay out of it, because it'll do a lot of damage. I mean, it's potential. Oh, we lost Solaire. We lost Solaire. No, thank you, sir. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You can fight the Trek, please. So now it's just kind of a matter of being careful and trying to do what we can to stay out of his way. Except if the Trek dies, which will make it a little more difficult. That's not doing any damage. Okay, we've almost got him. Even if we lose the Trek here, which I think we just did, we should be able to handle it by ourselves. Okay, yeah, he's not doing too much damage to us with that charge, so this is just a couple more hits, and I think we've got it. Excellent, and now we have the Blighttown key, which is the place where the next bell is. So that's going to be our next stop. We did pick up some armor. I do want to see if I can swap it out, because it's just a little better than what we've got on. I hope it's not too heavy. It is still too heavy. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to compromise here. And I'm going to see what happens. Oh, there we go. Great. So we can have some better full coverage and still be able to move well. I like it. Okay, so now that we've done that, we've got the key to Blighttown, which is, I would say, with our ring, it shouldn't be too bad. We did the wise thing and got the rusted iron ring before going there. But it's still a pain, and getting down to where the ring is useful is hard in of itself. So this is going to be hey, cut it out. Here's another merchant NPC, Domino of Xena. Xena is a country of strange eccentrics. It's basically all the lore that I could find on it.
I'm Donald of Xena. I'm just a peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them.
And what this guy sells mostly is, when you fight, well, he sells that, which is good, but he also mostly sells crystal stuff. I've never used it. It breaks, so I don't like it. But he mostly will sell, the armor category here, is the armor of vanquished bosses. So we can come and get some cool sets of armor from him for admittedly a lot of money. And did you just notice the color palette change when we opened that door? Welcome to Blight Town. The most awful area in the game. Alright, so it's time to climb down. Oh, this is a truly awful place. This is a truly awful place. If the depths were bad, Blight Town is awful. Hello, sir. Hello. What we can try and do. There's a trick that you can kind of exploit with these guys, where if you can get them to chase you into the right spot from down there, they will try and attack you, and it will actually give them enough momentum for themselves to launch themselves off of the platform here and down into the pit where they will die. And the trick is getting them to follow you over here so that they attack. Another alternative is, of course, the old-fashioned drop attack, but these guys are really difficult. Like, they can do a lot of damage. They have the poison thing going for them. They're very resistant. See, like, that's the attack we want him to do, because that's the one that will get him to fall down. Like, see if we can get him to do that. Yep, like that. Perfect. 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 That is exactly what we wanted. And now we'll get 500 souls for that and be on our way. There's another one up here that we can do kind of the same thing with. A couple of them, actually. Looks like there's 3. I wonder if I can get him to do it if I stand here. Yep. Goodbye. Two down. Look. Are you gonna chase me or what? There he comes. Ah! Lucky. Oh, there he goes. See? Easy and done. And of course, like, I mean, that's kind of an underhanded tactic for some people, but I don't know, man. Dark Souls is one of those games where, like, you just gotta survive, you just gotta get through. And you're definitely, and the only way you sort of get penalized for skipping over stuff is if you don't actually, like, fight anything, because then you don't get souls. But I don't know, man. This is a hard enough area where I feel like just about anything goes. Like, exploits are perfectly acceptable here. Because this is a really crappy part of the game. And we're getting shot up by the dart guy. Oh! Ah! Dang it! He's still just eating us. He's still just eating us, even though we died. See what I mean? This is just an awful, awful level. It is so appalling. I hate it. And it really does not help that I'm finding no Titanite shards. None. Usually you find them all over the place. I'm finding none, so I can't upgrade my weapon, and I don't like spending souls on Titanite shards because I want to use my souls for leveling and other essential items, and usually some of the bigger enemies drop them more frequently than they have been, and I've just not had great luck with it. Also, we can level up a bunch of times And it was kind of dumb of me to go down here without using those souls, so hopefully I can grab them without losing them, because that will be awful. That's like 25,000 souls, and that's like 3 levels probably. Maybe 4. So we gotta just try and get those back as quickly as possible. Come on! Really? You played into this trick like just perfectly before. There we go. Okay. I just don't want to risk it, you know? I just want to get these souls back. I don't want to risk having a big confrontation over it. Because it's a lot of souls to lose if we die again. So I just want to try and win this as cheaply as possible. It's just to preserve the thing that literally will make the game easier. Okay, so we got both of those guys. We should be able to get our souls back easy enough. Great. Okay, so since we're gonna go back and level up anyways, there's a bonfire not far from here that I just really want to get, but it's gonna be as hard as it looked like it was gonna be. This is the wiser decision. Go back. Oh yeah, we should be able to get 4 levels. We'll go back, do this, level up, come back, try again. Again, this is truly, I think overall, from start to finish, the worst level in the game. There are areas that have harder sections, but I think there's, in general, this whole area, depths to the bottom of Blight Town, is just, it can be exasperating. It can be very frustrating. Okay. Level up. We're gonna do vitality. We are gonna do endurance. We are gonna do 2 in strength. So all those are at 20. That's pretty good. So Blight Town, within the lore, is a place that was settled by a number of hollows and undead, and over time the poison that's present in this area slowly mutated them and turned them into these horrible things that we're fighting down here. Beyond that, there's really not much of an explanation. It is one of the more interesting things to think about, is how did all these hollows just go so far? Like, you know, hollows are on a normal day in rough shape, but how did they come to be these like poison mutated horrible sort of twisted versions of what they are more normally? Come on. that was not as good. Oh gosh, okay. Okay. Just camera doing all kinds of weird stuff, and you get nervous and walk along these catwalks, and then that happens, and then you die because you're not paying attention to anything else. Good thing we leveled up. Really? For real? Honestly. Honestly. Try again. Try again. Like I said, this is a truly awful part of the game. And my intention is to finish, is to get to the boss at the end of it. But if it's going to take this long and be this difficult, this may be another one that we've got to come back to when we've got a few more levels. But I think we should be okay. I don't know. Maybe I can't remember what the recommended leveling is for this area. Look, will you try and like attack me here? Dang it. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get him to fall off in other places. This one in particular is being kind of a jerk. It's not cooperating. Well, that's good. Dude, if you knock me off, I'm gonna be so mad. Oh, Lord. Okay, see, this is why I don't like doing this. It's because these guys, this is a scary place to fight enemies like this, because you can just fall off the edge. And this is why I'm trying to get these guys to fall here, because it's just so hard to try and frickin' do it. Man, this guy is being really stubborn. Usually this is not this hard. Well, I guess we will maybe have to do this way. Finally! Oh, what? No, he didn't. Oh, man. Why are you being such a pain? Why are you being such a pain? I've never, dude. This is a night full of firsts. I've never been cursed twice. This guy has never been this much of a hassle to try and eliminate. Come on, dude. Just please. Go away. Thank you. That's annoying. Okay, now the rest of these guys are going to be just as much of a pain to deal with. No. Why is it always just that guy? Must be a timing thing. I think we were still somehow blocking more damage with this outfit on, so this is what we're going to stick with. Okay, man. You too. Better. Much better. Alright, let's see how this goes again with these fellers. Ideally, I just try and get one at a time instead of having to fight both. There we go, that's better. See, and these guys are bad because they'll grab you and try and like jump on you and push you off the catwalks and eat your face off, and it's just generally no good. Okay, that's not too bad. One at a time for now. Back, stab. You fool. See this dude shooting darts at us. We gotta be careful with him because those darts do tons and tons of toxic damage. And so we're gonna have to just climb over there real quick and wipe him out because he will be super annoying if we don't take care of him. See, even through our shield, he gets us. See, look at that. He hit us. That's how much toxic damage he did. Fortunately, I've got a couple of the items we need to deal with toxic. Oh, good. 2 guys at a time. This is exactly what I didn't want. Oh, 3 guys at a time. There's one coming up the ladder behind us. Excellent. Okay, time to make a strategic withdrawal. Maybe thin the herd a little bit. Okay, cool. That guy climbed back downstairs. That works for me. Please don't grab me with that attack. Great. They're both coming here now. Phenomenal. Great. Okay. See, patience. Just patience. Don't try and hack your way through everybody. Because if you do, you usually get punished for it. If you're lucky in a high level, you're fine. But an area like this where everything is just super freaking dangerous as it is. Okay, so there we can drop down here and get some items. However, so that we don't have to do this stuff again, I am going to take a shortcut. Oh, and this guy's climbing back up again, so we'll deal with him actually. Okay, nobody else is coming. Good. Okay, so we gotta deal with this guy very quickly. And then I'm going to take a shortcut to get to the bonfire. You jerk. Okay, so to make this easier, we're going to unequip our weapons so that we can make this jump a little bit better. And I hope I kind of missed. There's an item up there that I wanted to grab, but this will work because this gets us to the bonfire, which is the more important thing. We can always go back for that. So we're going to light this bonfire. And it is nearly 5 o'clock. So I'm going to try and get this item again. So we're going to backtrack a little bit. Try and clear out this area above the bonfire. And I think we're going to have to call it there. Because we definitely don't have time to get to the next boss. And that can take a while. And I have some things I need to be doing. So we're just going to go back up. try and grab some items and call it a day, because that's all we're going to get through. Oh, Lord. Good thing we're close to a bonfire. Kind of a close call. Stop hitting me with a human corpse. Disgusting creature. Oh, Dark Souls camera, you make things so difficult and so amazing at the same time. By amazing, I mean horrible. Ooh. So here we are, back up top. These things are fun. They move. Okay, well, I think there's maybe one more item I can kind of grab fairly easily from here, but I think that's going to have to be it today, everybody. Like I said, I've got a couple of things that need doing. So we got that. And one more? No, no. Oh, yeah, one more item. Okay. Ooh, two more items. That's gonna be it for today, then. Okay, everybody. Well, I had fun again. If you catch the VOD and you missed the stream, thanks for watching after the fact. But I'll be back probably on Saturday, maybe a little sooner. I haven't decided if I'm going to stick to like a regular schedule or just kind of do this when I feel like doing it. But that'll be that for the day. Thanks again, everyone. I had fun. We didn't get quite as far as I wanted to. We ran into some problems in the depths, which is a fairly common occurrence. We'll finish this next time, and I will be happy to be back. If you want to reach out, feel free. Otherwise, good night, everybody.